Hi friends, welcome back. In the previous video, we just introduced ourselves to the different types of letters. We talked of formal letters, informal letters. We also saw the different types of formal letters. So in this video, let us start the first formal letter type. Let us talk of a complaint or a problem solving letter. It's the simplest type of a formal letter, and there's a proper structure which we have to follow in such a letter. So the format of such a letter would be something like this. We would first write the sender's address, means the person who writes the letter, his address, followed by the date, followed by the receiver's address. Then we'll mention the subject. After that, it will be the salutation, means the dear sir, respected sir, madam, whatever. Then comes the content of the letter, the main part of the letter, and then we'll end the letter. So this is the format, this is the sequence of the letter. Content is the main part, and content in this type of letter, in a complaint or problem solving letter, the content will normally be in 3 paragraphs. See, in the first paragraph, it's a very short para. We will just write about who you are and why you write this letter. Right? Just 2 things. Who you are, you introduce yourself, and why you write this letter. So 2 to 3 lines for the first para are enough. The second para of the letter is the main part. We write in this para, we'll convey 3 things. First, we'll talk of what the problem is. Then we'll talk of how it affects everybody involved. And then we will provide a solution to the authority. We will talk of what the authority can do to solve the problem. So the problem, its effect, and its solution. Let's see, in this sequence itself. And the last para, again a very short para, we will end the letter by hoping that the authority will take prompt action, fast action. He will act on it soon, and we thank the official in advance for it. Right? So this is the 3 para which will form the bulk, or which will form the content of the letter. Okay. Now, before I take a sample letter, I think so I'll talk of 1 letter, or maybe we'll do 2 letters depending on the time which we have. Just think of it. In the introduction, I told you that writing a good letter is akin to talking to somebody on a phone. So let us say the street lights of your area are not working since the past week, and you want to write a letter to the public works department manager of your ward office of corporation. Sorry, you want to so let's not talk of a letter. Let's say you phone him. So if you phone that official, what will you tell him? Do you just tell him, sir, हमारे एरिया में street light नहीं चल रहा है? If you say like this, what will the person ask you? भाई कौन से एरिया की बात कर रहे हो? क्या हुआ है? विस्तार से बोलो. आप कौन है? You see, questions come in the mind, right? So, if you are a little logical in your approach, what will happen? You will tell that person, when you call that person, first you'll tell your name. Sir, I am so and so, and I live in this area. Right? This is my vicinity. So you are going to tell who you are, and right, and then you'll tell him, sir, I'm calling you to tell you about the street lights which are not functioning in my area. So you are telling him why you write this letter, means why you called, and then you'll ask, okay, that person will tell you, okay, तो क्या हुआ, means what's the problem? So then we'll say, sir, एक वीक से तो लाइट नहीं चल रही मेरे ये पूरा एरिया में, स्ट्रीट लाइट पूरा बंद पड़े हुए सब, और इससे बहुत तकलीफ आ रही है. रात को हमारे लोग क्या हमारे रास्ते पे हमें प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, उनको खड्डे में गिर रहे, प्लस हमें डर लग रहा है कोई चोर हमें वो एरिया में न घुसे, तो यू सी हम प्रॉब्लम क्या है, आपको कैसा अफेक्ट हो रहा है, आप बात कर रहे हैं ना. एंड देन यू विल टेल हिम कि सर प्लीज़ हमारे एरिया में आप तुरंत कल आदमी को भेज के वो स्ट्रीट लाइट्स चेक करा दीजिए और उसको रिपेयर करा दीजिए ना. तो देखो उसको क्या करना चाहिए प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए, आप बोल रहे हैं ना. एंड देन यू विल से सर प्लीज़ मैं आशा करता हूँ आप जल्दी काम कर लेंगे, आज ही कर लेना सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच है सर प्लीज़. देखो आपने उसको एक्शन के लिए आशा जताया और आपने थैंक भी कर दिया. हम उससे बात कर रहे हैं, वी आर टॉकिंग टू दैट पर्सन इन अ लॉजिकल सीक्वेंस. हम अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे, हम प्रॉब्लम को इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे, हम प्रॉब्लम क्या है उसको सर क्या हो रहा है और वो क्या कर सकता है वो बता रहे. एंड देन हम उससे आशा कर हम जता रहे कि वो काम कर लेगा और हम उसको थैंक कर रहे. राइट, सो दिस इज द सीक्वेंस ऑफ आवर स्पीच. राइट, same thing we are going to use to write a letter. So let's take a topic. Chalo, let's take a topic. I've selected a topic. Write a letter to the SMC official of your area complaining about overflowing gutters in your area. Okay, right? So the problem, what's the problem? The gutters in your area are overflowing, means maybe they are blocked, some repair work needs to be done in them, right? That's the problem, right? So let's start. So first we start our letter with our address, right? Let's say I write my address 402 comma so I write my address in 2 to 3 lines. That's it. You see everything is right, left aligned, nothing up here, right? If someone tells you okay, write in the right margin, this appear, that person is outdated, tell them to grow up. Okay, it should be left aligned now. That's the modern way of writing a letter. So the 3 lines of your address, the sender's address, then comes the date, right? So date, let's say I'm writing today's date, so it would be let's say 11th December 2020. Now again you can write date as 11/12/2020, whatever, that's fine. Now remember this the next thing, we are writing that person's address. It will always be in this way. First line 2 comma, that's it, enter means next line. Then always starting with the, always the and then designation. So let's say I'm in this case I'm going to write to the in charge. Which in charge? PWD, Public Works Department. I want to repair my gutters, right? So it's the work of the Public Work Department. So in charge PWD. Let's say where? So I'll live at Shahpur, so I'll write Shahpur Ward Office SMC and then city name. So see again in 3 lines I'm mentioning my that person's address. To the, then designation, organization, right? Shahpur Ward Office SMC, that's an organization, and the city. Then I'm going to write the subject. So I'll just write SUB subject. What will I take in subject? So the topic is gutter problems, right? Overflowing gutters in Shahpur area. As short as possible. Let's say I'll write overflowing gutters in Shahpur area. Full stop. Right? Again I leave a line. See, I'm leaving a line. After my address, a line. Then date, a line. Then his address, 1 line. Then subject, 1 line. Now subject, ideally I would underline it, right? I'll underline it, I'll make it bold. In your writing you just underline it. Now I'm going to write to that person, right? So salutation. In this case I don't know that person, so I'll just write dear sir, space, right? Again see, 1 line. Whenever I'm writing a paragraph I'm leaving 1 line. Now first paragraph, if you remember in the first paragraph we are going to write 2 things, who you are and why you write this letter, just 2 things. Now who you are will change from context to context. In this case I am a resident of Shahpur area. That's who I am. I don't write my name. If I am writing to the editor of a paper, I'll write I am a concerned citizen of the city. Right? If I am writing to the Prime Minister of India, I'll write I am a concerned citizen. Right? Oh, I'm a right. See, depending on the context, if you write to your school teacher, I am a student of class so and so of your school, of this school. Right? That's it. So who you are will change in the context of who you are writing to. So in this case, I will just write I am a resident. Remember, it's not residence. मैं घर नहीं हूँ, मैं रहवासी हूँ, resident of Shahpur area. Full stop. मैं कौन हूँ? I am writing. Why do I write this letter? So I write this letter. You can also write I am writing this letter. Fine, right? But better would be simple present tense. I write this letter to complain. Complain about what? The complain about what was our problem? Overflowing what? Overflowing gutters in my area. That's it. First para over. See, 2-3 lines more than enough. Again, I leave a space. I go for second. Now, see, in my second para, I'm going to write problem, its effects, and solution. Right? See, 3 things. So let's talk of problem. So I will start with a little background. I'll say SMC constructed storm drainage gutter line. Let's say last year on Shahpur main road. Okay. Due to what? Collection of garbage. That's why it is getting jam, right? Collection of garbage. The gutter, what's getting? The gutter gets choked. Right? Choked up. And hence, it overflows. See, that's the problem. Right? Problem is there. This another problem. We regularly complain. See, ultimately, you are writing to the in charge. Why are you writing to in charge? Why not to the local person up there who is cleaning everything? So I'm also building my ground. We regularly complain to the who? Let's say sweepers, right? To solve the matter right, of garbage, right? But nothing is done. See, that's the problem, right? Now let's talk of the effects. The entire area, let's say, smells very bad. What else can happen? Yeah, we find it hard sleep at night because of the smell, right? Because of the smell. Okay. Then what else what else is the problem? We can write mosquito menace, right, is increasing, and mosquitoes will lead to diseases, right? So again, a good problem. The roads also remain wet and dirty. I think so. Enough. Why to write more, right? So enough of the effects. Now third point is, let's give him a solution. So we request you, or in this case I am writing it. So I am writing, I request you to have the what? The drain cleaned from the inside and the necessary repairs done as soon as possible. See, second para more than enough, right? Don't write too long things. Okay, let's write the third para. Third para is closing para. We are hoping for action. So I'll write, I hope that you will take necessary, right? Necessary steps to solve the problem at the earliest. And what we do, we thank him. So I'll write, thanking you, sir. I will also write, maybe a comma is better up here, thanking you, then sir, and full stop. Second para over. And I just end my letter now. I will write my salutation. So yours sincerely, okay, and I leave us some space for my signature because it's a letter. I'll write my name, so Mr. Eric Bathawala. Yeah, and now see, I did not mention my mobile number, so I can write my mobile up here at the bottom, or I can also write my mobile up here, right? So either or is right. Let's write up here. So if I write my mobile here, let's say I write my mobile up here, again I'll leave a space, so I can write my mobile at the start, my contact details, then subject, then the letter, and the entire letter is over. Okay, I think so we'll stick to one letter itself in this video. We'll cover another letter in the next video. Let's just see it once again. See, an official letter for a complaint, right, is written like this. So our address with one space. Oh, I'm sorry, I wrote the up here wrong. My phone number should be here, right? My phone number should be here, not with him. So after my address comes my contact details, then will come the date, then his contact details, the official's contact details, again with to the something, his address, organization, and name. So to the designation, next line will be organization, and next line will be city or place. Then comes subject, and then the salutation, dear sir, is fine, completely fine every time, except for principal or teacher you write respected, otherwise dear sir is fine. Then 3 paragraphs. See, first para, who you are and why you write the letter. Second para, the problem, its defect, and the solution. And the third para shows you're hoping for action and you're thanking that person. And then you end with your sincerely and your name. Okay, so it's a very easy way to write the letter. See the tenses I use. I use simple present tense in the entire letter. Yeah, this appear last year, right? Okay, that's it. That's the only way I use the simple past tense, because it was an action of past, but then everything is in simple present tense. So keep in mind the tenses, they're very, very important. Okay friends, meet you in the next video. Bye.